Hey kids, it's Kristen. For today's video, I'm going to go over all the makeup products I have tried for the month of February. I know that we're a little into March now. I'm filming this on the 5th. I'm not sure exactly when I'll put it out because I have a couple other videos that I need to upload. But I think these are all for March. I haven't really worn any makeup until today. Except for the night of March 1st. So there might be something for March 1st. But other than that, I haven't worn much makeup the last few days. Actually, not till today. I had a rough week. My dog passed away, so wasn't really feeling makeup or eating or skincare or much of anything. But I'm hoping to kind of help myself out of that funk a little bit. I'm not going to do this in any particular order, but I'm going to do eyeshadow palettes first. I have this one from Morphe, Sweet Oasis. I got this in my mystery box from Allie Dawson. I've seen this at TJ Maxx, and I like the color story, especially like here on. And then there's like a silver up there that I like, but I just never bought it because I don't hear the best things about Morphe, and big palettes like this are kind of a lot. I've only ever tried one other Morphe palette. It was a 9-pan, and I didn't like it. I ended up decluttering it. So I used this twice. The first time I was like really surprised because I really liked the look that came up and it was really nice. And the second time I was like, did I really like it, or was it just better than the last time I tried it? So I'm gonna keep it for a while. I'm gonna play with it. I know there's some controversy about Morphe doing their workers dirty and just closing up shop. But then there's some people saying like there's toxic chemicals in their makeup. I don't know. I'm not a toxic chemicals expert. You want to talk about toxic men? No, I can help you out with that. The next up is a Winx Club. Yeah, I'd never heard of this Winx Club. It was probably after my childhood, but this is from ColourPop, and for one, I love the color story. And I just ColourPop has decent formula, and just with this color story, I really liked it. I'm really excited to play with it more. I think I only did one look with this, but yeah, I'm really excited. I love those greens, purpley blues. There's some oranges. The pinks, I gotta be in the mood for pinks, but it's still a really nice option to have in there, so I really enjoyed that. Next up, another one I really enjoyed, Blend Bonnie, the Laurel palette. I only used this once. I didn't get it right away when it first came out. I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know, maybe. And then like, I want to say it was for Valentine's Day or something. They were having a sale, so I went ahead and got it. I've used it almost once or twice, but it's great. It's colors, and it's blue, purple, greens. But then if you want to go a little more neutral, you got that row. So it's really great. There's a lot of options. So really enjoyed that. This one I got at Marshall's. It's the KVD Moon Garden palette. I really like the color story. I just wish that they had some mattes that were deeper besides the black over here in the corner. I just used it once. I believe this is the one I used maybe March 1st or the night before. It didn't have good longevity, but I think there might have been something going on with my eyelids, because for a couple days, like, things just weren't sticking. So that might have been a me thing and not this. So I'm kind of like holding judgment until I use it a little bit more to see if that was just something weird going on with my eyes, or if just not a formula that lasts long. Next up, I have these two quads from Aether Beauty. They're both pretty neutral. They have one matte and 3 shimmers. This is the Citrine Crystal Quad, and this is the Rose Quartz Quad. Once again, just one matte and 3 shimmers. I wish they had one more deeper matte on both of them. I think I used this one a little while ago. I really like the look. This is the one that I used a couple days before February ended, and that didn't want to stick to my eye, but this one did. And I have another palette from them that's the longevity there was no problem with, so that's why I'm thinking I had something weird going on with my eyes for a couple days, because why would two of the same formula work, one not? But I'll keep them for a while. Color story wise, not my favorite, and like I said, I wish they both had one more matte so you can make a deeper look. Next up, we got this little elf quad, another quad. Good Vibes Only. I used it once and I really liked the look I made with it. The blue just kind of faded after maybe 5 or 6 hours. That was my only complaint, really. The rest of the color, especially that green shimmer right there, was really pretty. I just wish the blue was a little more pigmented, a little more long lasting, and then I would have loved it. Next up, we got this Milani Floral palette, or Gilded Floral. I tried some Milani eyeshadow stuff years ago. They're really dry, and I didn't care for them, but I thought this was a different format. Thought it was pretty, especially those shimmers, and so I thought I'd give it another try, and I was right the first time. They're not great. I'm pretty bummed. Especially those shimmers, like there's a really pretty yellow and then like a purple the purple's over here, orange, and yeah, I was really excited, but it just dry, didn't last, so I'll end up decluttering that one. I don't see it being any better if I give it another shot. Next up, the Rebel Army. This is from Juvia's Place, and this is another one that I used at the end of February where I was having those issues with my eyelids and they didn't want to stay, and I've used many Juvia's Place palettes, so I don't know why, if it was gonna want to stay, so I feel like I can't give a good critique because I feel like my eyes were being weird, but I usually really like Juvia's Place eyeshadows and good pigmentation, nice looks, they last. So we have another quad here from ColourPop, and this performed really nice, and I really enjoyed it. And when I was thinking about it, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not a big fan of quads because there's not a lot you can do, which granted, that's true. There's not a lot of looks you can make with this, but I picked it that day because I wanted to do something, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I'm like, I haven't tried this yet. There's not much I can do. I don't have to hurt my brain trying to think about it because there's not a lot of options. So the same reason I kind of dislike quads is the same reason I really liked it. So kind of a double-edged sword. Next up, I didn't really make a whole look. This is the Desert Lights from Flower Beauty. I found it at Marshall's for, I believe, $5.99. I really liked it as like a topper shade to a palette. Like, they're all shimmers, so you're not gonna like be able to really make a whole cohesive look with it, but I really liked it as like a toppers palette to kind of amp up your look. It was really pretty. Next up, Celestial Love from Moira. I've only ever used one other palette from them, and I got this in Slate Glam last month. It's really pretty color story. It's just I didn't know if I was going to keep it just because like it's kind of basic, not really my color story, but I did enjoy the look I made. It lasted. Just, I think more my critique is the color story is just not for me, but that's just a personal thing. I think overall it's a nice palette, especially for somebody who wants a little bit of color, besides browns, but doesn't want to be like bam out there. it's nice. You get a little bit of options. So next up I do have some eyeshadows, but they're singles from Terra Moon. I used these 3 this month. I have 3 more that I haven't used yet, and this is the first time I've gotten Terra Moons, and I really liked them, so I'm excited to try the other 3 out and see how they do. Let's see. All right, so I got this. It's NYX Dip Shape Go, and so there's a little brush, and you dip it into the eyebrow product, and then you also get a spoolie. So I really like the concept, and I actually have something like this that I haven't used yet from Benefit. My critique with this is like it was almost too creamy, so the brow product, it was like too creamy, too wet, so it was like it took a while to settle, and you just had to be really careful. So it wasn't my favorite, but I liked it. It did what it needed to do. It was fine. Oh, we got this that I got from Apocalyptic Beauty. It's a loose pigment in gold. It was pretty. I've tried their pigments before, so it was good. They've dipped my expectations. And then I got this Medusa Makeup baked eyeshadow. I liked it. It's pretty. Went on nicely. It's good pigmentation. No complaints on that. And then I got this bronzer from Kim Chi. It was nice. I was afraid it was going to be a little orange, but I think it's light enough that it worked out okay. It's not my favorite bronzer, but it did the job. It was nice. Speaking of bronzers, I also got this one from Ofra. Once again, I thought it might be just a little too dark. This is one that I think works better, like trying to like make it look like I don't have a gigantic chin, that I'm not Jabba the Hutt. I think it gives good shadow down there, and even on my forehead a little bit, as long as I don't go down too far. As far as like my face, though, it might just be a little too dark, but it was nice. It blended out nicely. This is from Nessa Myricks. It's, what is it called? It's like the blurring powder or something, balm powder. I just used it once. It seemed fine. I know that there's been complaints about it. Like some people really love it, some people hate it. I didn't feel like it separated my makeup. I don't know if it necessarily made it last longer, but it didn't seem to hurt my makeup at all. Next up, I got these 2 eye primers from Ulta Beauty. This one is tinted and this one is matte. I would say they both have like a tint to them, but it's more like blurring instead of, you know, like having concealer, which is kind of what I was looking for. But it did help because I have like the blue lines and stuff on my eyelids, so it did kind of help blur them so they weren't as prominent. And I do feel like it made my eyeshadow last longer, so not 100% what I was looking for, but it worked. Next up, we got this blush balm. It's from Revolution Liquid Blush. So this is Savage Coral, but it's very pink. It's not what I wanted in a coral. But color aside, it's very pigmented. I went ham, it went a little crazy, it was a little much, and I really had, especially on this side, I really had to blend it out, and I kind of picked up my foundation, so I wasn't sure if that was just because I had to blend it so much. So I tried it again and was a little more conservative, and it did really well. It didn't pick up my foundation then. So I like it. I just wish the color was coral. I made an online order and picked it up, so I wasn't able to see it in person. But yeah, as long as you don't go ham on it, which I don't know why I never learn, but it's a problem I have a lot. It's Next up, another Aether Beauty product. This is a lip and cheek stain I got in Ipsy. I wouldn't use it on my cheeks. It's too glossy. It's not opaque. It was fine on the lips. Like, it was kind of like a gloss. Gave a little bit of tint. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything that blew me away either. Kind of like, oh, okay. I think it's because part of it me because I had really high expectations, and so I was a little let down. I am not. This is DewTube. I'm guessing that's the brand. I don't know. Petal. I'm assuming I got this in like an Ipsy or something. I honestly don't remember. It was probably fine. If I don't remember, it was probably just fine. Usually, if it's really bad, really good, that's when you remember. Next up, I got this Bright Light from Revolution. It's like a liquid highlighter. It's supposed to be like a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury. Apparently I don't even know how to open it. It's got that kind of applicator. It was okay. It took forever to get any product out. I thought it was broken. Yeah, it's pretty sheer. It's not generally. It's maybe something I'd use more like a blush topper. Yeah, kind of like I'll use it again, but I'm not like that hyped up about it. What do we got here? We got a gold eyeliner. I feel like it was fine. It lasted a decent amount of time, considering I just use it in my waterline. Obviously, it's your waterline. It's tends to not last for a super long time. Eyeliners don't get me super stoked as it is, but it seemed fine. It didn't bother my eyes either. And then we got this liquid lip that's cute in this like bottle. I like the color. It was nice, you know. I probably had to wear a mask over it, so it probably didn't last forever. But also, I've never found like a kiss-proof lipstick for me. I think it's just my lips, so I kind of have given up on liquid lipsticks that making them last. But it didn't feel uncomfortable or anything. It was nice. Next up, we got two little blushes from Benefit. I got these from Ulta. They were having like a buy one get one on a lot of minis. I've been interested. These are like fairly new, and I've been just interested in them since they came out. See, this is what I want, like a coral, not bright pink. So, good pigmentation. Almost too much on this one, the brighter one. It lasted. It was nice. I enjoyed it. What we got here? Okay, we got this blush from Formula Z that I got in Ipsy. I thought it might be too light, but it actually worked. You do have to build it up, so this Going Ham worked better on this. Definitely not like super pigmented. It's nice for like a nice flush of color if you don't want anything crazy with your blush. For me, being a pale girl. And I got this liquid eyeshadow from Milani, and it was nice. It really amped up my look. The issue with liquid eyeshadow that I've had in the past is that it like burns my eyelids, and this didn't do that, so I liked it. And I like the little oomph it gave my look I had going on. So I know this has been viral for a while, but I just tried it now. Actually, I bought it a while ago, but I don't keep a lot of concealers open. It's the Bear With Me concealer from NYX. I like it. It actually, it's not like a huge coverage, but I liked that I could put it like right here on my inner corner of my eyes, and it kind of blurred out. I have got like blue there, but like on my chin where I've got like kind of spots and stuff, it didn't do the best at like covering those, but it worked really well for that. And it problem that I've had with concealers is like, yeah, it'll cover that look, but then it'll make my under eyes look dry or really emphasize lines and stuff there, and that concealer didn't do that as badly. I don't think you're gonna see lines, I think, regardless if you're in your mid to late 30s, but it wasn't as obvious. Next up, so I'm not 100% sure if I've never used this before. I know this is Wander Beauty, their Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. Yeah, I know I've used Wander Beauty mascaras before. It's been a while, but I'm not 100% sure if I use this one, so I just wanted to mention it. I really, really like it. Yeah, it curls my lashes. I feel like there's volume. There's not a bunch of clumpiness. I don't need lengthening. I have pretty long eyelashes. So yeah, I really like that. It doesn't really transfer. Sometimes at the end of a 12, 13-hour shift, you might get a little bit, but after 12 hours, you can't really blame the makeup too much. I got this gloss from Complex Culture from Ipsy. It was fine. It was pretty, but not it didn't blow me away. Araceli, the Tequila Highlighter in Blanco. And it's a pretty gold. It's very subtle. I did like it for a subtle look and to kind of give a little brightness and kind of help if I'm wearing a bright look. I like to have some highlighter that can kind of not just give some brightness to the under the eyebrow, but kind of diffuses some of the harsher colors of if you're doing a bright or colorful eye look. And got two more blushes. This one I got from Walmart. It's Uma by Sharon C. So it's Uma Beauty is more higher end, but then they have some cheaper stuff. I believe this was $8. I really like this. It's Flawless IRL. I really liked it. Once again, I went a little ham. Color it's very pigmented, so you don't have to use a lot. But I like the color. I really liked how it diffused out, and it was really long lasting. And just like last time, sorry I don't do this on purpose, we're ending on probably the biggest dud of, I don't know. Yeah, I think this was number 2 and this is the biggest dud. I wanted a purple blush and I ordered one from ColourPop when I ordered their mystery box, which was kind of funny. Just the mystery box and what was in it. And so I got this. And this blush is horrible. It's no pigment. It's so chalky. It doesn't. It's just. It looks like chalk on my finger, and it does. If you try to blend it, it just goes away. It was horrible. I'm sad. So yeah, ended on a sad note. So I'm still in the search for a good purple blush. I have a couple, but I don't have a ton, so that was my reasoning for that, and it was just so disappointing. And when I swatched it up, I was kind of ugh. But sometimes you swatch things and they do better on your face or on your eyes. So I had some hope, and my hope died because it was bad. It was super patchy and just it wasn't good. So ColourPop, if you're watching, fix that. Thanks for staying, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a good day.